Plethora voices coming in there from Hooghly, West Bengal. Quite a few people over there also early this morning. Very, very good sign from all of the four booths we visited this morning through our reporters Ajay, Ritesh, Abhishek and Brian. Thank you all for joining us for the timing. We'll of course keep coming back to you. We're getting more news now coming in. Actor Farhan Akhtar has also arrived to cast his vote in Mumbai. Filmmaker Zoya Akhtar has also arrived there at her polling booth in Mumbai to cast her vote. So more high-profile names also coming out early this morning. Very good sign, of course. That should encourage all other people also to come out and vote through the day. That will be, of course, the message that we'll send out. But for the time being, Locket Chatterjee also reacting. BJP's candidate for Hooghly speaking this morning. Let's go live across.
नहीं वो कैंडिडेट के साथ कुछ नहीं है, वो तो जानते ही नहीं है कि तृणमूल पार्टी का क्या है, वो तो ऐसे ही नाम सुन के टिकट मिल गया आ गया। लेकिन इसके इतना बड़ा बड़ा नेता है, सब लोग जानते हैं, सब किसी के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं है ममता बंदोपाध्याय का, ये विश्वास नहीं है, अभिषेक बंदोपाध्याय किसी के ऊपर विश्वास नहीं है, फिर सिर्फ आईपैक के ऊपर रिसर्च करके इसने कैंडिडेट दे दिया है। तो और मतलब ये करप्शन के विरुद्ध में वोट हो रहा है, तो इसमें कोई कैंडिडेट का नहीं है, मोदी जी का नेतृत्व में वोट हो रहा है। जितना करप्शन बंगाल में हो रहा है, देखना इतना सारा जो धमकी चमकी चल रहा है, क्यों चलेगा? हमारे साइड से तो नहीं है, तो काम नहीं किया, विश्वास नहीं है जनता के ऊपर, इसलिए हो रहा है।
तो क्या लग रहा है फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन होगा बंगाल में, जो सबसे बड़ा एक चैलेंज है?
उम्मीद तो है कि जो इलेक्शन कमीशन है फ्री एंड फेयर इलेक्शन कराएंगे।
तो अभी तक कहाँ बूथ में आप जा रहे हैं, क्या है?
अभी दुनिया खाली में इधर उधर घूम रहे हैं, देखते हैं।
तो क्या कहना चाहेंगे सभी वोटर्स को आज जिस तरह आज वोटिंग होने जा रहा है?
सब लोग वोट दे, अपना अपना वोटाधिकार प्रयोग करें, निश्चित में प्रयोग करें और अच्छे हिसाब से प्रयोग करें। और वो लोग जानते हैं देश किसका नेतृत्व में चल रहा है, नरेंद्र मोदी जी का नेतृत्व में देश चल रहा है, प्रधानमंत्री तो थर्ड टाइम के लिए वही बन रहा है।
तो कौन किसकी ओर से खबर आ रही है, कौन इस तरह की घटनाएं?
All right, so we were hearing Locket Chatterjee there speaking there. Remember, she's of course the candidate for the BJP once again in Hooghly. Let's quickly go across to our guests as well. Joining us this morning, Shekhar Vijayan, political analyst, is live with us. Jimsa Abraham, political analyst, also is joining us on the broadcast. Himanshu Bhatt, senior journalist, is also live with us. Himanshu Bhatt, it's the fifth phase of the Lok Sabha elections. We've seen a steady improvement in the voter turnout from the first to the fourth phase. Are you expecting a further improvement today? Do you believe that the numbers of voters are going to go up in this fifth phase? Is it because of the momentum picking up? Is it because finally of voter awareness? What do you attribute this steady rise in voter turnout to through the phases? And also, what do you believe are the main issues that are going to dominate through the day today as the fifth phase seats vote, Himanshu, across the country?
Hey, actually, this voter turnout, we have been watching from the first phase up to the fourth phase, and it will be no different in the fifth phase also. It's all going to stay in between 64 to 67. Nothing more, nothing less. This is going to be the average, it looks like, because the trends are also similar. Early morning, you have very good polling when there is no sun. And on top of that, there is a severe heat wave going on in the entire north and the western. Temperatures rising up to 43, 44, 45 degrees is no joke. Still, if you get 64 to 66% voting, and this time around you have, 14 seats in Uttar Pradesh and 5 seats in Bihar, which have been traditionally lesser than the national average. So that will have an effect. I'm not seeing anything drastically improving. This will be a steady thing which will be in between, 65-ish, that you will see here in this 49 seats also. And here, if you're talking of issues, it's something like, election is fought on a face. I'm making it very, very clear. Whether we like it or not, in so many places, people do not know of candidate, and that's a fact. In UP, so many places, in a place like Kosambi, where Raja Bhaiya holds the sway. Now he came out and declared, let the voter vote according to their wish, to his call. Now what's happening is, everybody is searching for who is whose candidate. So then they are relying on symbols. On one side, cycle, on one side, lotus. It's going to be a very interesting race. So what I see is...
Okay, there we can see more faces coming out now. Farhan Akhtar and Zoya Akhtar casting their vote. Some high-profile names there. That's Farhan Akhtar's mother there as well. Hani Rani, who's also cast her vote. More people coming out to cast their vote. We just saw Mayawati also, BSP chief, cast her vote a short while back. Arvind Sawant, the candidate of the Shiv Sena for Mumbai South, speaking out. Arvind Sawant is in the fray. Once again, let's listen in to him.
ढंग से प्यार दिया है वो देखकर तो मैं अचंभित हूँ कि यही आगे होगा बहुत बड़ी भारी वोटों से जीतूंगा।
सर ये साल हैट्रिक होगी आपकी थर्ड अटेम्प्ट
100% हैट्रिक है।
सर कल रात को बहुत सारा बैनरबाजी हुई
वो तो फिर इलेक्शन का अभी जब आपको मालूम है तो इलेक्शन कमीशन क्या कार्रवाई कर रही है आरओ क्या कार्रवाई कर रही है उनकी क्या काम है ना कार्रवाई करना मेरा काम थोड़ा ही है उनका विजिलेंस क्या कर रहे हैं। यहाँ 100 लोग आके वोटर साइड खड़े रहते हैं और मंडल का नाम लेके बुला के पैसे बांटते हैं इसका मतलब क्या है।
क्या लगता है
इतना पैसा ये मोदी साहब को जो नोटबंदी के बाद इतना पैसा कहाँ से आएंगे
जो नारा लगा रही है 400 पार क्या वो हो पाएगा
तो सब देखना पड़ोतेले जमीन इतनी हिलेगी कि पूछो ही नहीं भाग जाएंगे कहीं से।
बीजेपी की कितनी सीट्स आएंगी
नहीं मुझे उससे भाई मतलब ही नहीं है अपना।
Arvind Sawant seeking re-election once again, of course, in the fray from the Shiv Sena Uddhav faction. Arvind Sawant contesting from Mumbai South, speaking with the media this morning. Let me quickly bring in Jimsa Abraham. Jimsa Abraham, what are the seats, the contests you are most keenly watching today in this fifth phase, and which do you believe are the main issues that are going to dominate through the day today?
Well, good morning to you there. Good morning to all of the viewers and, of course, to my panelists. We have a very exciting day on the fifth phase of polling. The Congress has nothing to lose. Of the 49 seats, it had just one in 2019. The BJP has scored heavily, close to 32, if I'm not wrong. To your question of what is on the voters' mind, I would assume it's going to be accountability. Above all, since you had a brute majority in 2014 and 2019 under the leadership of Narendra Modi, it's going to be accountability that is on the minds of every voter. To begin with, you had the demonetization, then you had the employment issue where jobs were promised, and that too in crores. And we see the reality of the voters that your correspondents had asked standing in queue.
Yes.
At least the second one of the voters told you that unemployment is going to be an issue. We have inflation, which is the third issue. We have national security. Interestingly, one of the voters standing in queue, had also mentioned about security aspect, both internal and external. What are we going to say to those who ask us who is accountable for Pulwama? Yes, it's a matter of pride. It was a matter of decisiveness that Balakot happened. But what about Pulwama? Who is to blame?
Okay, another high-profile face in the contest there from Mumbai North, Piyush Goyal. Piyush Goyal arriving there this morning. I think it is polling booth. These are live visuals coming in of Piyush Goyal arriving to cast his vote. Union Minister in the fray this time around from Mumbai North, contesting his first Lok Sabha election from the Mumbai North constituency. I presume he's going to speak with the media after casting his vote. Piyush Goyal arriving there to cast his vote, Mumbai North candidate of the BJP. So another early morning high-profile voter there, Piyush Goyal in Mumbai. Yes, let me quickly go across to Shekhar Vijayan now. Shekhar Vijayan, let's quickly get your sense of the main voter issues that you believe are dominating this time around in the fifth phase, Shekhar. Also, Shekhar, which contest are you most, keenly looking at? A lot of interesting fights, a lot of interesting VIP seats going to polls today. Which are you keenly watching, Shekhar? And what do you believe are the main issues that are going to dominate today?
Good morning, Uday. Thank you for having me over, and a warm welcome to my fellow panelists. And it was really nice to hear your reporters on the ground catching the pulse of the people who had come in to vote. It was very heartening to see people coming to vote with such large numbers early in the morning. Now, having said that, I heard a comment mentioning that this is the temple of democracy. This is the largest democracy in the world, and we are really exercising a right. I think the big issue here is one is, of course, our internal security, our external security, our infrastructure. How is brand India showcased across the world? It's also going to be a fight between family versus merit. If you were asking me about which duel am I looking forward to, I feel it's going to be family versus merit. We have seen that the build-up happening, and it's going to happen across India in terms of in terms of all these heavyweight states. Like you mentioned, it's not just going to be about it's not just going to be about the voter and what they feel. I think more than anything else, the candidate who wins is the candidate who has an emotional connection with his or her constituency. I think that's going to play a key role here. And I think we should also credit the Election Commission for this, for having such a interesting election so far, without any stray incidents in terms of how things have happened. I think it's been so good. This is a really large election, really long election. And with everything happening in place, with the voter turnout happening, I think it's really nice and really heartening to see. But I really believe this is going to be very interesting elections. This is also going to be an elections which will decide the future for India. In terms of, and it's so nice to see people of all age groups coming to vote. I'm saying people from the age group of say 20 to even 80 years old. They're just coming to vote in such large numbers.
Yes.
So in terms of what I want to look out for, I'm looking out for obviously, like I said, family versus merit. I really want merit to win here because it's really important. But it's going to come out really well. I believe that this is going to reflect what India is going to be in the next 10 to 15 years, 20 years from now.
Himanshu Bhatt wants to come in. Go ahead, Himanshu.
Yeah, I have a very strong feeling, Baramulla, Saran. Raebareli, I'm not going to say anything. Baramulla, Saran, and Kosambi. These are the key contests for me. The reason I'll tell you. Baramulla, if anything more than 14% voting, with Sajjad Lone, Omar Abdullah, and Rashid Engineer in fray, is going to decide what people of those area think about them. Omar Abdullah has been winning with total polling of 1 lakh votes. And now, if the voting is 3 times more, we will exactly know what people think. So that is a key contest for me. The second, as I said, Kosambi. Here, till now, it has been the dictate of Raja Bhaiya, which used to work either for cycle or either for lotus. This time, he has said very clearly, you choose. Now, here again, what the voter will say will decide who is going to win. And mind you, you have a candidate who is just 25 that of Samajwadi Party, 25 years old. The third is for me, Saran. And that's where, what Shekhar said, I really believe in. It's the family versus the merit. On one side, you have anti-incumbency for Rajiv Pratap Rudy. On second side, you have a legacy of Lalu Yadav. And RJD is clearly saying that she gave the kidney to Lalu Prasad. While campaigning, they have been doing that. So there again, it's going to be a very interesting fight. It's going to be a fight, bitter fight. Till the fourth evening, we are not going to know who is going to win there. Because people are very smart. They vote on caste. All right. But at the same time, when we took that dipstick test and talked to people, there were more than half the people who wanted development. See, it works out there. When you go to Bengal, when you go to Hubli, there is a youngster, a woman. What she was talking about. See, they are pissed with, sorry to use this word, they are frustrated with the present setup, present administration. See, election commission on local levels is the local officials that work. You do not have to forget that fact. So when they are frustrated with it, they say we are frustrated with election, the machine is not working. Why is it that the local election official has not taken care of it? It could be something. So what I'm trying to say you is, see, the issues across the states are going to be different. See, when we talk of Lucknow, it's a no-brainer there. Rajnath Singh winning is no-brainer there. But if we talk in Raebareli, A man like Manoj Pandey will make all the difference. Last time the margin was 1.57 lakhs.
Yes.
Before that, the margin was 3.64 lakhs. This time, we'll have to see that.
Absolutely.
I
We're
do
going to
believe that
have to
Rahul
wait and
Gandhi
watch what the margin will be this time around there.
Yes.
But more
Yes.
reactions, in fact, pouring in. More reactions coming in from this from various contestants, voters, and other political voices. Let's quickly play them out.
तो जनता ने अच्छा साथ दिया है तो परिणाम भी अच्छा होना चाहिए।
जिस तरह से स्मृति जी कह रही हैं कि चले गए, छोड़ के चले गए, अब शर्मा जी क्या करेंगे?
देखिए, उनकी बात का मैं कोई जवाब नहीं देता। जो चीज जनता के मन में है वो जनता आज वोट करेगी और 4 तारीख को रिजल्ट आ जाएगा।
सर, आप भी पुराने एक तरह से वेटरन हैं अगर देखा जाए तो। इतना चुनाव कैंपेनिंग निकल गया, तमाम लोग आए बीजेपी की तरफ से, कांग्रेस की तरफ से तमाम बड़े नेता आए। क्या सोच रहे हैं आप, किस दिशा में जनता सोच रही है और क्या उम्मीदें अगर देखा जाए तो?
नहीं, देखो, जहाँ तक है क्योंकि जब जनता चुनाव लड़ने लग जाती है तो मतलब फिर बहुत चीजें बदल जाती हैं, क्योंकि मतलब आप झूठे वादे करके जनता को बहला नहीं सकते हो, ठीक है? तो उसके लिए जनता
मध्ये मतदान हा एक उत्सव असतो आणि या उत्सवात प्रत्येक नागरिकाने सहभाग होणं अपेक्षित आहे। लोकशाही सुदृढ व निरोगी असण्याकरता आज मुंबईकरांना लोकशाहीने बहाल केलेला मतदानाचा हक्क प्राप्त झाला असून तो आपण बजावला पाहिजे। आपण या देशाचे नागरिक, मुंबापुरीचा प्रत्येक नागरिक हा मतदानाचा हक्क त्यांनी बजावा अशी मी त्यांना आवाहन करतो, विनंती करतो।
यावेळेस मुंबईकर अधिक मतदान करतील असं अपेक्षित आहे आणि कोणत्या विषयाला धरून मुंबईकर मतदान करतील असं दिसतं?
3 दिवस सुट्या असल्यामुळे अशी भीती वर्तवण्यात येत होती की मुंबईमधील मतदान टक्का कमी होईल, पण मला खात्री आहे की मुंबईचा मतदार हा अत्यंत जागृत आहे, आपल्या हक्काविषयी त्याला कल्पना आहे आणि म्हणून आजच्या या दिवशी निश्चित मुंबईकर सर्वाधिक मतदानाचा हक्क बजावून एक उच्चांक मोडतील।
निकम साहेब, तुम्ही ज्येष्ठ विधितज्ञ आहात, आपणास माहित आहे की फायनल जजमेंट येण्याच्या आधी फायनल आर्ग्युमेंट राहतं। आज फायनल आर्ग्युमेंट आहे आणि जजमेंटचा निकाल 4 तारखेला आहे।
नाही, निकालाबद्दल मी काही अपेक्षित सांगणार नाही, कारण आचारसंहिता असल्यामुळे अशा रीतीने कुठलंही मतदारांना प्रभावित करण्याविषयी किंवा परावृत्त करण्याविषयी कुठलंही भाष्य मी करणार नाही। पहले मैं मंदिर में जाने वाला हूं और उसके बाद मैं मेरा मतदान का हक यहाँ बजाऊंगा और फिर मैं हर पोलिंग स्टेशन को मेरी जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूंसी है उसमें घूमने वाला।
क्या मुंबई निवासियों को आप अपील करना चाहेंगे आज अपना कर्तव्य बजाने को लेकर?
लोकशाही में मतदान करना एक उत्सव है और मुझे पूरी उम्मीद है कि हर कोई मुंबईकर अपना ये हमारे संविधान ने दिया हुआ हक से जरूर बजाएगा और बहुत से ज्यादा मतदान करेगा।
आपको लगता है कि जिस तरह से पिछले भी बार लोगों ने एक जागरूक नागरिक होने की तरह अलग अलग मुद्दे हैं, देश को ध्यान में रखकर, देश की तरक्की, उन्नति, सुरक्षा को लेकर ध्यान में रखकर वोट करने निकलेंगे लोग?
देखिए, आज मतदान करना है और मैं किसी भी तरह मतदार को प्रभावित या ना प्रभावित करने का कोई भाष्य नहीं करूंगा।
सर, वर्षाकडनं काय शुभेच्छा दिली विरोधी?
जीत चुके हैं। 5वें चरण का जो चुनाव होने जा रहा है, इसमें मैं भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रति एक तरफा समर्थन देख रहा हूं। उत्तर प्रदेश की तो 14 सीटें हैं और 14 की 14 सीटें मुझे स्पष्ट दिखाई दे रहा है। उसमें रायबरेली भी शामिल है। श्री राहुल गांधी जी वहां चुनाव हार रहे, दिनेश प्रताप सिंह जी कमल के फूल पर वहां चुनाव जीत रहे। लेकिन ये लोकतंत्र का महापर्व है। मैं सभी प्रदेशवासियों से, देशवासियों से यह जरूर अपील करूंगा कि लोकतंत्र की मजबूती के लिए जो बाबा साहब भीमराव अंबेडकर के संविधान ने आपको वोट डालने का अधिकार दिया है, उस अधिकार का आप प्रयोग करिए। और
साथियों, मैं एनडीए के प्रत्याशी के रूप में हाजीपुर के तमाम मतदाताओं से आग्रह करता हूं कि हाजीपुर के समावेशी विकास के लिए जरूरी है मतदान करना। मतदान लोकतंत्र की मजबूत कड़ी है। जितना ज्यादा से ज्यादा मतदान होगा, हाजीपुर उतना ही सशक्त होगा। अपने नजदीकी मतदान केंद्र पर जाएं, आप अभी जाएं और अपने साथ अपने साथी, अपने परिवारजनों को लेकर जाएं। मतदान के लिए जागरूक करें। आपका एक सही फैसला देश को मजबूत बनाएगा, देश को विकसित बनाएगा।
लोकसभा के लिए आम चुनाव हो रहा है।
भैया माइक नीचे करो।
और आज 5 वोटिंग पड़ रहा है।
जनता टीवी
मेरा वोट 5वें चरण में है। मैंने इस मौके में तो मैं 5वें चरण से जुड़े मतदाताओं से ये पुरजोर अपील करती हूँ कि वो भी अपना वोट डालने जरूर अपने अपने पोलिंग बूथ पर जाएं। हालांकि मैं जब भी जिस भी चरण में वोटिंग होता है तो मैं हमेशा यही अनुरोध करती हूँ कि जलपान आदि आप बाद में करें, पहले अपना वोट डालने के लिए जरूर जाएं। तो यही मेरी दरखास्त अपील है।
All right, so Mayawati there, BSP chief, casting her vote, speaking with the media after. We just heard from Keshav Prasad Maurya. He's the Deputy CM of Uttar Pradesh. We also heard from K.R. Sharma, the Congress candidate from Amethi. We also heard from Ujjwal Nikam. He's a BJP candidate from Mumbai Northwest, North Central seat. Remember, the high-profile lawyer, of course, has been fielded by the BJP for his first election. We also heard from Chirag Paswan. He's contesting from Hajipur. He's the NDA's candidate there, hoping to win his father's bastion of Hajipur this time around. We're also learning that the Congress candidate, the BJP candidate, beg your pardon, for Raebareli, Dinesh Pratap Singh, has arrived at his polling booth in Raebareli. Dinesh Pratap Singh, also one of the morning voters there. We're also learning that actors Rajkumar Rao, Sania Malhotra, also actor Janvi Kapoor have all arrived at their respective polling booths in Mumbai. So more high-profile names being spotted this morning, casting their vote. A very good sign. Remember, of course, all of this is going to encourage more and more people, hopefully, to come out and vote as well. Let me quickly bring you in here, Mr. Abraham. Kausham. Okay, Dinesh Pratap Singh is speaking. He's the BJP's candidate against Rahul Gandhi. Let's go across.
पैसा मोदी जी के हाथों में सुरक्षित है, देश का डेवलपमेंट मोदी जी के हाथों में हो रहा है, तो रायबरेली की जनता हो और चाहे देशवासी, संपूर्ण लोग आज की तारीख में मोदी जी पर भरोसा करते हैं। रायबरेली की जनता भी मोदी जी पर भरोसा करती है। पहले क्या था मैं नहीं कह सकता, लेकिन आज की तारीख में रायबरेली में मैं कह सकता हूं, कोई ऐसा बूथ नहीं होगा जहां कमल नहीं खिल रहा है। हम सौभाग्यशाली हैं कि देश की भारतीय जनता पार्टी के नेतृत्व ने हमको रायबरेली से अपना प्रत्याशी, अपना आशीर्वाद देकर के भेजा और मैं रायबरेली में कमल खिलाने में सफल रहा।
रायबरेली का बेटा
दोपहर तक राहुल गांधी भी आ जाएंगे रायबरेली, ऐसा बताया जा रहा, खबर आ रही है।
बिल्कुल, राहुल गांधी अमेठी भी आ गए थे, राहुल गांधी वायनाड भी आ गए थे और रायबरेली भी आ जाएंगे। जैसा आप कहते हैं, अमेठी से भी चले गए, वायनाड से भी चले गए और रायबरेली से भी चले जाएंगे, ये भी सत्य है।
सर, रायबरेली में वायनाड के कुछ पत्थर लगे, माइलस्टोन लगे, उस पर क्या कहना चाहेंगे सर? 2000 किलोमीटर
मैंने कोई पत्थर नहीं लगवाया है, जिसने लगाया वो जाने। फिलहाल यहाँ से लगता है कि 2000 किलोमीटर होगा, मुझे तो आइडिया नहीं। मैंने कभी इस पर सोचा भी नहीं कि रायबरेली से वायनाड कितनी दूरी, क्योंकि मुझे कभी जाना आना नहीं होता और न कभी ईश्वर करे मुझे वायनाड जाने की जरूरत पड़े, लेकिन देश का हिस्सा है, कोई जरूरत पड़ेगी तो जा भी सकता हूँ।
दिनेश जी, मुद्दों की बात करें तो प्रियंका गांधी कह रही है कि रायबरेली में कांग्रेस ने बहुत काम किया है, उनके परिवार में बहुत ज्यादा यहाँ पे दिया है, तो उनको उम्मीद है कि वो यहाँ से सीट निकाल पाएंगे।
आप मुझे बताएं, प्रियंका गांधी और राहुल गांधी ने रायबरेली और देश को क्या दिया है? अगर आप कह रहे हो कि उन्होंने बहुत कुछ दिया है,
उन्होंने बोला,
आप भी कह रहे हो, आप कह रहे हो कि उन्होंने कहा, ठीक बात है, आप यही मान लो उन्होंने कहा है। आप कह रहे हो कि उन्होंने ऐसा कहा है कि प्रियंका गांधी ने रायबरेली को बहुत दिया है। मुझे रायबरेली में एक सुई के नोक के बराबर प्रियंका गांधी, राहुल गांधी की सेवाएं आप बता दीजिए कि ये राहुल गांधी की सेवाएं हैं। और मैं कहता हूं, मोदी जी और दिनेश सिंह की सेवाएं, एक गांव नहीं बचा जिसमें अगर मेरी सेवा का निशान 988 इस जनपद में गांव है, एक भी गांव में मेरी सेवा के निशान न हो तो हम राजनीति से संन्यास ले लेंगे। और प्रियंका गांधी कहती हैं मैंने काम किया है, मैं पूछता हूं कभी भी काम किया तो अपने काम के नाम पर वोट क्यों नहीं मांगती हैं? आप तो कभी कहेंगी मेरी नाक दादी से मिलती है इसलिए मुझे वोट मिल जाए, कह देंगी कि साहब हमारे पिताजी के नाम पर वोट दे दो, कह देंगी कि हमारी दादी के नाम पर वोट दे दो। मैं पूछ रहा हूँ दादा के नाम पर क्यों नहीं वोट मांग लेते? रायबरेली के सांसद फिरोज खान थे, उनके नाम पर क्यों नहीं वोट मांग लेते? वो तो आपके सगे दादा हैं, एक भी कोई अंतर नहीं है। आज तक राहुल गांधी, प्रियंका गांधी ने रायबरेली आकर के रायबरेली के पहले सांसद कभी फिरोज गांधी का नाम लिया? आप मीडिया के लोग साक्षी हो, क्यों नहीं नाम लिया? तो जो आदमी इतना स्वार्थी हो जाए कि जिसके नाम से वोट ना मिले तो अपने दादा को छोड़ दे, तो रायबरेली मानती है। जिसने अपने दादा को दादा नहीं माना तो रायबरेली को कब मानेंगे? तो रायबरेली वासी पूरी तरह से सतर्क हैं और रायबरेली कमल खिलाने जा रही। मोदी जी के नेतृत्व में फिर से सरकार बनाएंगे और उस सरकार बनाने में रायबरेली के कमल भी उनके काम आएगा। धन्यवाद।
रायबरेली का बेटा सर, ये बताइए, जो अमित शाह ने कहा कि अगर रायबरेली अमेठी बीजेपी जीतती है तो 400 पार का लक्ष्य पूरा होगा।
Pratap Singh there speaking. Is of course the BJP's candidate from Raebareli, taking pot shots at his rival Rahul Gandhi, who's of course the Congress's candidate. Jimsa Ibrahim, would you want to respond to what Dinesh Pratap Singh said on the high-profile contest of Raebareli? Also, Jimsa, which contests are you keenly looking at? Himanshu Bhatt talking, of course, about Saran and Kaushambi being the ones he's keeping a close eye on. Any interesting seats that have caught your eye today? That you believe could possibly go either way, or are witnessing the most keen contest or close contest?
Well, to your first question, I'd let that pass. I would not choose to respond to Dinesh Pratap Singh. And to your second question, the important seats, I would say all the seats in Mumbai. 1, 2, Saran, especially since of the 5 seats that are going to polls today in Bihar, all of them were won by the India Alliance in 2014 and in 2019. So a constituency like Saran, where there is a high possibility, a reversal of sorts, is very interesting. That can speak volumes of the kind of narrative that's going on ground.
But Jimsa, you know, Shekhar Vijayan made the point earlier that this election for him today is about merit over family. What is your response to that? Because, you know,
honestly,
that's also something that Amit Shah and Narendra Modi have highlighted. That Sonia Gandhi came to Raebareli and said, I'm handing over my son to you. Please take care of him. Rahul Gandhi said this, Priyanka Gandhi said that these are our family seats. Amit Shah has countered that by saying Raebareli and Amethi are no family property of any one person or any one family. Also, Amit Shah and Narendra Modi is saying, who is Sonia Gandhi to hand over her son to the people of Raebareli? Where was she when COVID happened? Why didn't she come then? Why has she come only now? Your response.
Thank you very much for that question. In fact, I was waiting to answer that question. Professor Shekhar just asked, very rightly so. And the first seat that came to my mind was Kesarganj. So I don't see where this question stands when you think about the candidate that is standing from, the BJP candidate that's standing from Kaisarganj. I don't know on what metal or contribution to the nation this BJP candidate from Kaisarganj stands. And the second constituency that is at the top of my head is Mumbai North. How did you, or where did you get the candidate from Mumbai North? How did he enter politics? Who is he and what did he do for the nation before he entered politics? I'm of course talking about Goyal. And I'm sure you know, Piyush Goyal. Who is he the son of? See, this electioneering, we've seen constant bickering, flip-flop from none other than Modi himself. He started with Ab Ki Baar, 400, 400 Baar, and then he went to Muslim dehumanizing. He said the things he said in Rajasthan. I don't know if it stands well of a leader of a nation like India to say those things he said in Rajasthan. Then he went on to say that if the Congress comes back to power, see, you have to think that this question is definitely running at the back of Mr. Modi's head, which is why he said, if the Congress comes back to power, then they'll roll bulldozers. I don't want to complete the sentence. On you know where. So what is PM Modi afraid of? He also mentioned Adani and Ambani, and that too in Telangana. 10 years he was mum. And suddenly he found the grit and the conscience to say that there are people who are favoring industrialists.
Okay, let's also bring in Savio Rodriguez. I think he wants to respond to you. Leader of the BJP is joining us this morning. Savio, welcome to the broadcast. Before we, of course, take your opening views, I'm sure you're reaching to respond to Jimsa Abraham's statements and comments on Parivarwad and BJP and Mr. Modi and Shah. Also, Savio, as far as the fifth phase is concerned, which are the most high-profile contests you're keeping a close eye on? Also, what do you believe are going to be the dominating issues for the fifth phase voter across the country? Interestingly, we're also hearing more high-profile names. Akshay Kumar has also arrived in Mumbai to cast his vote. So, actor Akshay Kumar also being spotted this morning there. Yes, go ahead, Savio.
Election times are... Uday, thank you for having me on your show. It's always a pleasure to be on your show. Election is always going to have its strange happenings. You're going to have people from the opposition stating their view. We're going to have people from my political party stating their view. At the end of the day, the most important aspect of any election is where the people are going to vote. And people must come out to vote because that's an essentiality. That's your duty to choose the government that you deserve and you need. That's primarily what elections are all about. I personally believe today, when people come out and decide, like for example, you have Sonia Gandhi talking about
चलो भाई मैम का करा दो कोई बात नहीं प्रेशर है ले कर ले सबको 2-2 मिनट दीजिए
मुझे राहुल गांधी के आने और जाने से कोई ज्यादा ताल्लुक नहीं है वो आते जाते रहते
Okay.
This point of time, whether it's a leader from the BJP or whether it's a leader from any other political party, it is always the right of the people to decide who they want to elect on a particular seat. It does not belong to a family, does not belong to a political party. That's the reality of a democracy. That's the strength of the people when it comes to voting. As far as what the gentleman over here said, I don't remember his name, but well, he's entitled to his opinion. I don't have to agree with him. The fact of the matter is people of this country are going to vote on the basis of what they want to see India growing towards, and that is the future that they're looking at. Of course, you're going to have naysayers who find problems in everything that happens in this country, but this country is doing well. The last 10 years of Prime Minister Narendra Modi has seen transformational policies that have taken India forward and will continue to take India forward. I believe that the people of this country will repose their faith in Narendra Modi and the Narendra Modi team that will lead this country over the next 5 years. And that is the confidence we are facing within the party. That's the kind of groundwork that has been done. Where we actually score, and this is my analytical opinion because I work more on the ground, where we actually score is in our ability to have fantastic ground level karyakartas that work at booth level. So election is something that is very, very important to every karyakarta. Every karyakarta comes out and gives his best or her best as far as election mandates are concerned. And that is why we have an organizational strength that's far better than any political party.
Okay. How confident are you also that the voter numbers will rise? You know, there were certain analysts who were saying, is complacency in BJP voters setting in? Are BJP voters not going out because of this feeling that it's 400 par, BJP is winning anyways? Is that something that has been corrected on ground, Savio? 1. And 2, we are also seeing Mumbai vote today. Now, sometimes big cities see apathy. Are you hopeful that voters in Mumbai will correct that this morning? A lot of high-profile voters, a lot of actors, a lot of other VIP voters stepping out this morning. Hopefully that will encourage also others to come out. But are you hopeful that apathy in Mumbai will not be seen today, Savio? And are you hopeful for a better voter turnout? And your response to those analysts who say that the BJP voter is complacent and not stepping out?
You see, one of the major concerns that is happening to many people across, as far as the voting is concerned, is that it's a long election. So a certain amount of lethargy sets in for everybody. But what the BJP has managed to do and pick up after the first phase is an ability to get people not to be complacent within the party and not assume that victory is going to be that easy. You've got to work hard and strive hard for that victory. Therefore, every single Karyakarta has been making its effort at a ground level. For us, every seat is important. Now, if you look at Mumbai, and yes, Mumbai is very high profile, the political, the political demographics of Maharashtra has changed with the kind of alliances that have been formed, the kind of confidence people have put in Prime Minister Modi, and we've seen that over the last year. And I believe that the people of Maharashtra, in particular Mumbai, will repose their faith in Prime Minister Modi. You see, a lot of people, we might pontificate on many issues as far as the country is concerned. To the voter, there are only three issues that really matter, which is roti, kapda or makan. And if the government, which it has, been able to satisfy them at an individual level, the people will come and vote for the government, which is the Narendra Modi government. If they feel they are not satisfied, they will not vote for the Narendra Modi government. It is as simple as that.
20 seconds, 20 seconds, Jimsa Abraham. Quick response, and then I need to go across back on ground to my colleagues to get more voices. Yes, Jimsa.
Thank you. It is very interesting that the gentleman from BJP does not talk about corruption at all. This was a huge flag in 2014.
45 lakh
and two, he started with
corruption is of
Prime
the
Minister
UPA government in the last, when they were in power. 45 lakh
what happened to it? What happened to Chandalo, Dandalo? What is
Please answer to
why
the 45 lakh corruption during the UPA
why
government.
do you go for appeasement? Majority
45 lakh
all the time.
during the
Is
UPA
there
government.
nothing worth credible that you can talk about during
Are you aware, or should I give you
What
the
about
data?
the kind of work that you do
I think you're
on
not
ground?
aware. Go get informed, my friend. 45 lakh
What about the corruption that was raised by none other than the Supreme Court?
Rooted this country.
Why
That
does
every
the
single
go on round
scam
saying,
that you can think
Ayodhya?
of was done during the
Why
UPA
does he
era.
not talk about
Every
the
single
issues
scam
that
was
affect
done
the
during
public?
the UPA era.
Why does he not talk
45
about
lakh
corruption?
crore.
Why does he dare not talk about inflation? And what happens to the unemployment? He was talking about 2 crore jobs every year. Why is he not talking about that now?
Why aren't you talking about the scam?
Talking about
corruption,
talking about inflation, talking
why
about
aren't you talking about the
why is the government of the day not talking about
Why aren't you talking about what the opposition
the
is doing?
speeches by the Prime Minister betrays a sense of desperation on ground.
Okay, let's go across on ground then. Let's go across on ground on that note. Let's go across on ground on that note. I'll come back to you, gentlemen. Stay with us. Stay with us. I'll come back to you. Let's quickly go and bring in at this point my colleagues on ground. Let's go first across straight to Barakpur in West Bengal. Barakpur, of course, is where my colleague Renik Datta is standing. Arjun Singh of the BJP, of course, in the fray there from Barakpur. Interestingly, switched various parties. That was a concern for some people on ground there. He's, of course, also facing off against the candidate from the Congress and the candidate from the... Okay, we are getting visuals now from Puri. Puri in Odisha is where Prime Minister Narendra Modi is today, and you can see there this mega roadshow now that has begun. So early morning canvassing by Prime Minister Narendra Modi from the Puri seat of Odisha. Puri, remember, is where the famous Jagannath Puri temple is, the shrine of most and utmost reverence, of course, for all people of Odisha, but all people of the country as well. And Sambit Patra, of course, a prominent TV face of the BJP. And the candidate once again from Puri is there with the Prime Minister on that rath there. Also with the Prime Minister is the state president of the BJP in Odisha, Mr. Vaidya. He's also there on your screens. So you can see, of course, the Prime Minister beginning his roadshow from Puri, Odisha, on the day that the country is, of course, voting for the fifth phase. These are the visuals coming in from Puri this morning. Remember, last time around, Sambit Patra had got very close. It was a very, very close contest in Puri. However, he was defeated by the BJD's Pinaki Mishra. That was, of course, a very close contest in which Pinaki Mishra finally won. But Sambit Patra back in the fray this time, hoping to win this time around. Interestingly, BJD changed the ticket, dropped the sitting MP Pinaki Mishra from that seat. But Prime Minister Narendra Modi, of course, today reaching Puri, show of strength for Sambit Patra there, the BJP candidate. A big road show being held in Puri today. Odisha is voting. Also, today there are seats like Bolangir and Bargarh which are voting, which are of course in the western part of Odisha. Puri is part of the eastern part of Odisha. Puri will be voting on the 25th. That is later this week. Remember, Odisha is also having concurrent assembly elections as well, seeing a very keen contest between the BJD and BJP this time around. Okay, we'll keep tracking Odisha for you and the Prime Minister's roadshow there. But let's go back to Barakpur. Renik, tell us about the fight, the contest this time around in Barakpur. Who is Arjun Singh's main rival there? Has his flip-flop in parties been an issue, a concern for voters? And also, Renik, what are people on ground telling you about their main issues, what they are voting this time?
एकदम ही देखिए, बैरकपुर में एक हॉट सीट बोल सकते हैं। पश्चिम बंगाल का जो 7 सीटों में चुनाव हो रहा है उसमें एक हॉट सीट है, क्योंकि एक तरफ है बीजेपी का उम्मीदवार अर्जुन सिंह, दूसरी तरफ टीएमसी का उम्मीदवार है पार्थो भौमिक, जो कि वेस्ट बंगाल का एक मिनिस्टर भी रह चुके हैं। और ये पार्थो भौमिक और अर्जुन सिंह के बीच में जो टक्कर, वो टक्कर बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण होने जा रहा है ये बैरकपुर में। और सुबह से ही बैरकपुर का जो बूथ के सामने में खड़ा हूँ उस जगह में देखा जा रहा है कि लोग बाहर आ रहे हैं वोट देने के लिए, मगर कौन से इशू के ऊपर वो लोग फोकस कर रहे हैं वो भी जानेंगे। मैडम, आप लोग तो वोट देने के लिए आ रहे हैं, तो कौन से मेन इशू आप लोगों के दिमाग में है? डेवलपमेंट, नौकरी, कौन से इशू को सामने?
ऐसे तो हम लोग का मतलब नौकरी अभी कुछ हुआ नहीं है, तो अगर कोई हेल्प मिल जाता, मेरा भाई भी है, हम भी है, पढ़े लिखे हैं, नौकरी अगर मिल जाता तो बहुत अच्छा होता।
मैडम, कौन से इशू सबसे ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है?
अब क्या बोले, हम नहीं बोल सकते। अब भाई
কোন ইস্যুগুলোকে আপনারা মাথায় রাখছেন, কোন বিষয়গুলোকে আপনারা সামনে রাখছেন?
जो है वो भी
मैडम, কোন ইস্যুগুলোকে সামনে রাখছেন?
কোনো प्रॉब्लम, अपना अपना ये है और क्या है।
मैडम, कौन से
कोई इशू नहीं है, सब
डेवलपमेंट या स्टेट का इशू या सेंट्रल का इशू, कोई भी तो इशू दिमाग में होगा।
वैसा कुछ नहीं है, अभी सब ठीक ही है।
ম্যাডাম, ভোট দিতে এসছেন, তো কোন বিষয়গুলোকে সামনে রাখবেন, কোন বিষয়গুলোকে মাথায় রেখে আজকে ভোট দিচ্ছেন?
আমি সব বুঝি না, আমার মাথায় ঠিক নেই।
मैडम, कौन से इशू को सामने रखा जाएगा? कौन से मुद्दा को मेनली फोकस करेंगे, कौन से मुद्दे के ऊपर फोकस रहेगा?
नहीं बुझाता नहीं।
डेवलपमेंट, नौकरी, कौन से इशू के ऊपर फोकस रहेगा?
अभी कैसे बता सकते हैं?
आपके दिमाग में कौन सा इशू चल रहा है?
कौन सा इशू चलेगा? अभी वोट देना है, वोट दे लेंगे, उसके बाद बताएंगे।
एकदम सुबह से लोग आ रहे हैं वोट देने के लिए। मैडम, आज सुबह से वोट कैसे चल रहा है?
ठीक ठाक ही चल रहा है।
तो कौन से मेन इशू के ऊपर फोकस करके ये चुनाव हो रहा है?
मैं नहीं बोल पाऊंगी।
दादा, কোন বিষয়গুলোকে মেনলি ফোকাস রাখছেন?
আমি তো বলতে পারবো না সেটার ব্যাপারটা। ভালোই আছে, সবার কোনো দিকে কোনো মানে ইয়ে নেই, ঠিকঠাক আছে সব।
ডেভেলপমেন্ট, চাকরি, কোন বিষয়গুলোকে মাথায় রাখবেন?
চাকরি তো আমাদের তো চিন্তা ভাবনাটা আমাদের তো নেই, সেগুলো আমাদের রোজ করে খেতে হবে, সেগুলো তো আমরা বলতে পারছি না।
দাদা, আপনিও তো ভোট দিতে এসেছেন, কোন বিষয়গুলোকে মাথায় রেখে ভোট দিতে আসেন? बहुत लोग बोलना नहीं चाह रहे हैं, मगर डेवलपमेंट का इशू सबसे महत्वपूर्ण है और उसके साथ साथ ही नौकरी, ये सब इशू को सामने रखते हुए बैरकपुर में लोग वोट देने के लिए आ रहे हैं। मैं और भी कोशिश करूंगा दूसरे एक जगह में जाने के लिए, उधर भी लोग बाहर आके वोट दे रहे हैं, वोट देने के लिए लाइन में खड़े हो रहे हैं और बहुत सारे लोग भी इधर शामिल हैं। तो दादा, अपना तो ভোট দিতে এসছেন, তো কোন বিষয়গুলোকে মাথায় রেখে ভোট দিচ্ছেন? কোন বিষয়গুলো মাথায় রাখবেন?
विकास और की
বিকাশের ইস্যু।
হ্যাঁ, বিকাশের ইস্যু আছে।
দাদা আপনি তো ভোট দিয়ে বেরোচ্ছেন, তো কোন বিষয়গুলোকে মাথায় রেখে ভোট দিলেন?
ভালো গভর্নমেন্ট চাই আর সেন্টারটাকে যে চালাবে।
अच्छा अच्छा गवर्नमेंट के लिए,
अच्छा गवर्नमेंट के लिए। हाँ
एकदम ही। और भी लोगों के साथ मैं बात करने का
Okay, I'll come back to you. I'll come back to you, Renik, as you try and bring in some more voices there from Barakpur. And I just want to highlight one very, very interesting aspect about these visuals which are coming in from Puri in Odisha. You know, normally we see road shows a lot in the evening. Because that's, time of day when the weather, of course, is cooler. A lot of people, of course, are freer as well because work for the day is done. A lot of road shows mostly happen in the evening. We do see road shows, of course, in the afternoon as well. But it's very, very rare to see a road show this early in the morning. It's just about 8:15 a.m., 8:15, and already a road show is happening in Puri, Odisha. And you're seeing the kind of crowd there for that road show as well. I've covered many, many elections, and a lot of people who, of course, also watching, who've covered rallies and seen political programs know how difficult it is to get a crowd early in the morning. Normally you go to a political candidate, he'll say, please schedule a rally if a high-profile neta is coming in the afternoon or the evening, because it's much easier to mobilize a crowd then. It's very difficult to mobilize a crowd early in the day. But look at the kind of people who have turned out in Puri, Odisha for the Prime Minister this morning. Very, very interesting. It's, as I said, just 8:15 in the morning, and there are scores of people who have lined the roads of Puri, Odisha to welcome the Prime Minister, to support him, to get a glimpse of him, to shower rose petals on him, as the Prime Minister, of course, waves to them, as you can see in these visuals, and does a show of strength for the party's candidate Sambit Patra there. So very interesting aspect. I just want to quickly point that out for our viewers there, because it's not often that one sees, as I said, a road show this early and the kind of public turnout for a political program this morning, as we are seeing for the Prime Minister in Puri, Odisha. But let's quickly go back on ground. Let's go to Saran once again. Ritesh Mishra is standing there. Ritesh, you are, of course, in Saran. We were speaking to you earlier this morning. Are you still seeing the healthy numbers, big numbers, long lines around you? Ritesh, there in Saran, is that signaling a high turnout number perhaps that we'll be looking at later in the day?
बिल्कुल सही कहा आपने। जिस तरह से हमने देखा है कि सुबह 7 बजे से ही जो वोटर्स हैं, 7 बजे क्या कहें, 6 बजे से ही कतार में लगना वो शुरू हो चुके थे, और ये बताने के लिए काफ़ी है कि वोटर टर्नआउट जो है इस बार बढ़िया रहेगा। लेकिन एक और तस्वीर मैं आपको ज़रूर दिखाना चाहूँगा, अगर मुझे थोड़ा सा समय दे देंगे, क्योंकि देखिए इलेक्शन कमीशन बार बार ये दावा करता है, और पिछले 4 फेजेस की अगर बात करें तो वोटर टर्नआउट, वोट परसेंट काफ़ी कम रहा है, और इसने इलेक्शन कमीशन को काफ़ी चिंता में डाला था। और बार बार प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करते हैं इलेक्शन कमीशन के लोग और ये कहते हैं कि इंतजाम इस बार बूथ्स पे काफी अच्छा है। लेकिन देखिए कि ये सारण का बूथ है, 121 परसा विधानसभा का ये बूथ है। देखिए कि तुला धर्मशाला परशुरामपुर, यहाँ पर देखिए कि ये एक छोटी सी जगह है और यहीं पर बूथ बनाया गया है। इससे भी परेशानी नहीं है। जो इंतजाम कहा जाता है कि चलिए पीने के पानी का भी इंतजाम हम दिखा देते हैं, जब हमने दिखाया तब जाके यहाँ पर ये पहुंचा है। लेकिन सबसे बड़ी जो परेशानी यहाँ पर मैं आपको बता दूं कि ये NH है, और यहाँ पर देखिए गाड़ियाँ जो हैं तकरीबन 90-100 की स्पीड में आ रही हैं, और वोटर इसी सड़क के किनारे अपना वोट कास्ट कर रहे हैं, और इसको लेकर इलेक्शन कमीशन की तरफ से कोई इंतजाम नहीं है। बाकायदा यहाँ पर बैरिकेडिंग की जा सकती थी, कॉशन लगाया जा सकता था, लेकिन कोई इंतजाम नहीं है। तो ये तस्वीर दिखाना भी ज़रूरी है। हालांकि बाद में जब हमने खबर दिखाई तो देखिए कि एक पत्थर बाकायदा यहाँ पर रखा गया है, जो जुगाड़ जिसे कह सकते हैं। लेकिन चलिए अब बात कर लेते हैं वोटर्स की। तो वोटर्स लगातार यहां पर निकलकर आ रहे हैं, बड़ी तादाद में पुरुष वोटर भी हैं। एक बार हम दिखाने की कोशिश करेंगे कि जो गांव की महिलाएं भी हैं वो भी कम नहीं है, वो भी बड़ी तादाद में यहां पर निकली हुई हैं। तो पहले आज हम शुरू करेंगे महिलाओं से ही, देखिए कि इनसे बात करेंगे। ये वोट दे दिया है कि वोट देना है?
देना है। क्या
मुद्दा है, किस आधार पर वोट कर रही है?
अब देखी केकरा पर दे ही।
हाँ ना, हम उन्हें की पूछत रुआ से, लेकिन वोट का महंगाई सोच के, विकास सोच के, का सोच के करते नहीं?
ये हमरा समझ में नहीं क्या।
आप वोट किस आधार पर कर रही हैं? अब चलिए आप चाची बताइए, आप तो बोलने वाली लग रही हैं, बताइए किस आधार पर वोट कर रही है, बताइए।
बुझाएगा सकरा पर देवेगा
तो वो वोट देवे जाता नहीं ना, तो का सोच के महंगाई सोच के इलाका में विकास नहीं के भइल, ये का सोच के वोट देवे?
वही सोच के दिया ही बाबू,
का सोच के दिया
सोच के अब का हम कोमल छा
कि केकरा के देख के वोट करते हैं?
जेकरा पर लमर आलवा सेकरे के दिया ही,
केकरा के दिया। आप बताइए किस आधार पर वोट करने आई? बड़ी अच्छी तस्वीर है कि महिलाएं भी कम नहीं हैं, आप लोग बड़ी तादाद में निकली। अमूमन इस समय खाना बनाने का टाइम होता है, नाश्ता बनाने का।
नाश्ता, हाँ।
किस आधार पर वोट करने आई?
विकास के नाम पर, विकास के नाम।
चलिए रितेश बने रहिए आप हमारे संग। बहुत अच्छी बात है कि महिलाएं भी आ रही हैं काफी तादाद में अपना मत का अधिकार करने के लिए। पुरुष मतदाताओं से हमने बातचीत की थी, सारण के पुरुषों से हमने बातचीत की थी सुबह 7 बजे के करीब। अब महिलाओं का भी हमने की आवाज सुनी है वहां सारण से। बने रहिए आप हमारे संग। अब हम ले चलते हैं दर्शकों को उत्तर प्रदेश, क्योंकि उत्तर प्रदेश में 2 बहुचर्चित सीटें हैं, दोनों पर आज पोलिंग हो रही है। वी आर गोना टेक आवर व्यूअर्स straight across now to Raebareli and Amethi. Anand Singh is reporting live from Raebareli. Arzu Seth is reporting live from Amethi. These are very, very talked about seats, of course. So let's go across to you first, Anand. What are you seeing around you in Raebareli since the morning? Are you seeing a healthy trickle of voters at the polling booth where you're standing? And what are the main issues that are top of mind of Raebareli voters, Anand? Let's try and speak to some of them on ground as well.
Yeah, on the ground since morning, people have been coming to the polling booth over here, and they are casting their vote and exercising their right for this 2024 Lok Sabha elections. As Raebareli is one of the crucial hot seats of this state of Uttar Pradesh, so people over here are very energetic, and they are also saying that they are going to vote for development and they are going to vote for employment. These are the issues that they said, and we will try to speak as we can show you over here. There is a healthy crowd over here of voters, and they are standing in queue waiting for their turn to go into the polling booth and cast their votes. So we will try to speak to some of the people over here and try to understand what are the issues that they are going to vote for. Sir, आपका नाम?
जय तलरेजा।
सर, आज चुनाव है तो क्या मुद्दे हैं जब आप जा रहे हैं पोलिंग बूथ के अंदर, तो किस तरह की चीजें हैं? आप
सीधे आप जानना चाह रहे होंगे कि किस पे वोट देना चाह रहे हैं?
मुद्दे क्या है?
मुद्दों से ही तो आप जज करोगे ना।
नहीं सर, ऐसा नहीं।
मैं भाजपा को वोट देने जा रहा हूँ।
अच्छा, तो ये थे जय तलरेजा जी who disclosed, but will like to speak to some of more voters over here. सर, आपका नाम?
सोहनलाल गुप्ता।
सर, क्या मुद्दे हैं जब आप चुनाव?
मुद्दे कुछ नहीं, देश का विकास होना चाहिए, बस यही मेरा मेन मुद्दा है। और महंगाई बहुत ज़्यादा है, उस पर जो सब चीज़, यही सब मुद्दे हैं।
क्या लगता है आपको रायबरेली जो एक बहुत ही वीआईपी सीट रही है, कितनी पिछड़ गई या कितना डेवलपमेंट हुआ है यहाँ?
डेवलपमेंट नथिंग के बराबर हुआ है।
अच्छा,
क्या नथिंग?
डेवलपमेंट नहीं हुआ है,
नथिंग।
तो सर, आपका नाम?
पवन सावलानी।
पवन सर, क्या मुद्दे रहेंगे चुनाव में जब आप वोट डालने जा रहे हैं?
मुद्दे तो इसमें बहुत सारे हैं। सबसे मेन मुद्दा तो यही है, देश के विकास होना चाहिए। और क्या कहते हैं, देश के ही मुद्दे हैं। सुरक्षा,
वीआईपी सीट रही है,
वीआईपी सीट रही है, लेकिन उसका कोई हम लोगों को लाभ मिला नहीं है कभी भी। इंदिरा जी के ज़माने में जब कभी था तो था, अब तो हम लोगों को एकदम मतलब लावारिस छोड़ दिया गया है।
बने रहिए आप हमारे संग आनंद, बने रहिए। हम चाहेंगे कि आप और प्रतिक्रियाएं ले रायबरेली से, और मैं आरजू का भी रुख करना चाहूंगा। आई विल गो टू आरजू एज वेल, बट आई हैव टू टेक अ वेरी क्विक commercial break. We are also showing live visuals continuously of Prime Minister's roadshow. Prime Minister on the streets of Puri this morning, but we're coming back in 2 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Back on the other side after this very, very short break.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.